And when they realize that the source of their change or the ability to change lies within, and has nothing to do with what's out there, that they have the internal capacity to change and to be healthy and live a productive life, it's like night and day. I mean, you can see it in groups when, you know, one person in the group will have that moment when, you know, you hit your head and say, oh, you know, I don't have to have a past. And it's when they are able to see it in themselves and describe it through their own personal experience that you know they've had an insight. Because then they know that shift. It's not what's out there, it's what's in here. And I have the ability, we all have the innate ability, the innate wisdom, if you will, to make the kinds of choices that we have to make to move forward in life. So the power in using this with a population of people in prison is enormous.
Well, what we hear most is, I realize now that I don't have to act on every thought I have. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things to come out of that. And they're saying, I realize, you know, when I get mad, I don't have to act out on my emotions, which is what got people in trouble to start with. And we talk to them an awful lot about, you have wisdom, you have common sense. And we point out to them, we call it, you know, your gut instinct. You know, how many times when you were out there and your gut instinct said, don't do that, and you did it, that you get in trouble? And people relate to that. They said, yeah.
Because you feel it in the gut of your stomach if it's the right choice or not, and then you just, oh, it went away, and it's good. And then at the last minute, you're like, I knew it from the beginning. It told me not to do it. But you don't listen to that until it's too late.
So we're learning to pay attention to when our wisdom and common sense is there, giving us that information. Yeah, because it's never going to go away. It's always going to be there trying to reach us. Right. Great. Good for you.
My parents are displaced now, and my sister, her husband, and her 2 kids all don't have a place to live right now. To top it off, I think that, I'm not sure, but I think that my mom and my sister have been using again. My mom was clean for like 3 years, and I think she's using again because of the stress. And I'm trying to talk. Normally I'm there financially to like save the day. I'll go, you know, pay my sister's PG&E bill, and you know, everything will be better for that time, you know, and then the next problem will come up and I'll, you know, rescue them this way or that way. And now by being in here, I'm not able to monetarily rescue them. I'm not able to physically rescue them, give them a place to stay. I can't do anything that I'm used to doing for them, so I feel kind of helpless because I've abused the heck out of myself in the past, and I'm still looking forward to getting out of here and just like being present in the moment, enjoying all the little things that life has to offer that I didn't realize before.
Okay, so we had a lot of stories. Thank you so much for sharing that. So right now, what's happening with you right now? Without their story.
Without their story. I'm getting stronger in here mentally and spiritually, and I'm getting close to women, which I don't do. I like myself for the first time in a really long time. I'm not worried about what my future has to offer anymore, which I used to be very worried all the time. I'm not afraid of life right now. And normally I'm so scared of failing that I don't attempt to succeed anymore. I'm just excited to be present in the moment for once. I haven't been present in my life in a really long time. Probably since my son was 3 years old. My son's 13 now.
You're telling me, and I'm seeing, that you're strong, capable, positive, and getting to know yourself maybe for the very first time.
Yeah.
Right? And that person is somebody you're beginning to like, would you say?
Yeah, I like myself a lot first.
Yes. And from what you told me of the story, you're an amazingly strong woman. Well, the evidence would prove to me that you are. right? If you've dealt with what you've dealt with, and you're still here smiling, and you're still here able to get in touch with the strength and the capability and the positive feelings were always there, never go away, right? No life experience, nothing anybody does can take that away from you. Nothing you do can touch it. Principle of Mind says, you are whole and complete, strong and capable, forgiving and resilient. That's the story you just told.
And basically, it's very simple. And that's what is so powerful about this, is that it's such a simple thing to understand.
You know, you see what's in your own thinking, basically. You don't have to change your thinking. You have to recognize your thinking. But when they see how easy it is, and really that's the message, it's how easy this is. It's that you have all the tools inside of you. You still have to figure out how to make a living on the outside. You still have to find a place to live. It's not like all things become easy all of a sudden. But you approach all of those challenges in life from a healthy and positive perspective, rather than a distracted, sort of blame-based kind of view of the world. And if you wanted to take on a problem, what's the best way to do it? You want to have a distracted mind, or do you want to have a clear mind?
Right, well, what I'm feeling right now is the way I should feel. I feel healthy. I feel like I'm committed to I've committed to something to myself. My inner heart is great. You know, I feel wonderful within myself right now. And where all that was lost, you know, I lost a lot of things, but I didn't lose myself. You know, I just got caught up for a moment.
That's it.
In the thought, I got caught up in some mind check thing. I had to check it out, you know. But I'm well. I'm getting better.
How many stories do we have of humans that were labeled something, only to override it and show the world that that's not who they really were? So now we see the truth. So that's what we tell them. A label is not who you are. It never will be. It never could be. So don't buy it.
And so when they understand that, you get these tremendous leaps forward when all things become possible, and that the power lies within, and that they are not victims of some external force, and that's where you see change. So it's very powerful in a prison, because a prison is a very reactive place. I mean, you know, you're on guard, and it's those people out there, and you're angry, and you don't want to be there, and it's very easy to get into that mindset. But it's also very powerful when you can realize that you have the way out of it.